assist.
Thank you.
So just those old All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom, Erev Tov, good evening. People are still kind of entering and arriving and getting settled, so perhaps we can start to sing and actually welcome them and ourselves and one another into this space. Start to make that container for the sacred, beautiful sacred work that we'll be doing together this Shabbat evening. Just a melody with no words. Feel free to join in whenever you feel like it is enough in your ear that it can also be in your voice. Ay, 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 Trying to not read anything into the fact that everyone has sat themselves on that side of the community.
They came to see me.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is true. I suppose I can do that. No, it's all right. It's all right. Really.
If you say that, we'll all go to the other side. This looks like a tragic wedding.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name's Jake Haydu. I am honored to be, I guess, on the groom side with all of you and co-leading services with Cantor this evening. It's a beautiful night on a beautiful day as we gather for the final Shabbat before Passover, which is personally my favorite holiday. And I'm very honored to be able to be with you all and take a minute to pause, breathe as we enter this sacred time together. And may this Shabbat help us prepare our hearts for the freedom and renewal that Pesach is going to invite for all of us.
We'll sing a Shabbatistic song called Ki Shmera Shabbat. It's on page, I think, 129 in the Siddur. As I keep Shabbat, God keeps me. It's a sign forever between God and me. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. Oti le'om e'ad beino u'beini. Oti le'om e'ad beino u'beini. Same thing. Again, friends. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. Oti le'om e'ad beino u'beini. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. Yeshmer Shabbat El Yishmereni. To begin bringing some light into our space. For welcoming Shabbat. We'll be lighting Shabbat candles, and I believe that we invited Jackie and Michael to light our Shabbat candles this evening. The blessing can be found on page 120. And there are lighters and matches there to your preference. We'll bring the light into our eyes and into our hearts and say the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadikner shel Shabbat.
We continue on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashari, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzivchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 130.
We're entering a space of Kabbalat Shabbat, of receiving Shabbat. And the encouragement here is to do so with song. Song is something that's meant to help. It has many functions, but among them is to peel some of the layers, perhaps from around our hearts that build up over like the messiness, the gunkiness of life, especially like the week that may have gone by leading up to Shabbat. So the invitation is really to sing in that way that really helps to peel some of those layers back. There's a melody that I've been wanting to bring into the community here for the opening part of Kabbalat Shabbat of Lechuna Ranina, like Let Us Come Sing Joyously. It's a Spanish-Portuguese melody. We'll sing it just a couple of times. I'll sing it once with text, and then we'll sing it with no words so that we can kind of start to get to know it over the next few weeks, especially leading up to the Cantor celebration that's happening in April. I wanted to start to acquaint us all with it. So, melody goes like this. Lechu
neranena l'Adonai, nariya letzuri sheinu, nekadma fanav b'todah, biznirot nariya lo, nekadma fanav b'todah, biznirot nariya lo. Anyone would like to try with me, you're certainly welcome to. It is a lot of text. Pressure-free invitation. And then we'll sing without words after that. Kadma panav b'todah, bizmirot nariya lo. Lalai, 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 lalai,
We'll be continuing with Lecha Dodi on page 138. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on verse 9, I invite everyone to rise together and face the door.
Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmianu el ha'meichad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, Shem u'l'tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Likrat Shabbat u'v'nelcha, Yihi mekor ha'veracha. Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ha'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, Ki ba'orech u'bimori. Uri, uri, shir daveri, Yevod Adonai, Alaich nigra. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Shalom, Ateret Bala, Tam Besimcha Uvitzola, Ochemunei Am Segula, Oi Chala, Oi Chala, Lecha Dodi, Likerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Mekavela, Lecha Dodi, Likerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Mekavela. Seated for a moment. In a moment, we're going to continue together on page 140 with Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, the psalm for the day of Shabbat. People who have page 140. People who have prayed with me on a number of occasions may have heard me say things about this psalm in particular, but I think it's always worth underlining that this is the only psalm in the entire book of Psalms where the text of it actually tells you what day it's for. The very beginning, it gives us this phrase, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a psalm, a song for the day of the Sabbath. And then it's immediately followed by the words Tov Lehodot. It is good to give thanks. Almost as if to tell us what the core of Shabbat is for. For acknowledgement, for cultivating gratitude, when it's easy and when it's hard. The text of the psalm follows Lehagid baboker chastecha, to speak of your gracious love in the morning when things are bright and sunshiny and clear, ve'emunatcha balelot, and your faithfulness at night when things are dark, less clear, scary. Still, tov lehodot. It's good to give thanks. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker, baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, balelot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Alei asor, alei navel, alei gayon, bechinor, bechinor. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon.
We're going to be continuing on page 146, and if you're able, invite you to rise.
Ay, 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 ay. Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Continuing on page 150.
Ahavat Olam Beit Israel Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu shofeinu v'kumeinu nasiach v'chukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו בהם נגה יומם ולילה יומם ולילה אהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמי ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני Continuing on page 154. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמן.
Continuing in English on the top of page 157, and I invite everyone to read along with me. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood on Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, It is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to the promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Page 158.
Amoch ba'enim Adonai, Amoch nehedar b'kodesh, Norat tehilot osefele, Norat tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, ukei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zenianu ve'amru, zenianu ve'ameru, Adonai imo le'olam va'ed, Adonai imo le'olam va'ed. Lai 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 la 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 lai, lai lai la lai la 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 lai, lai 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 la 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 lai, lai 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 la la lai lai. עד כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Continuing with Hashkivenu on page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechaim u'shalom le'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom, v'hamitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitenu Shalom, ve'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch ata Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, haporei sukat shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol amo Israel, ve'al Yerushalayim.
We're going to be continuing on page 162, but I do want to draw everyone's attention to the quotation at the bottom of page 163, because it's one of my absolute favorites that I know Rabbi is fond of saying and has really stuck with me, that more than the Jewish people have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jewish people. And it's something that I really keep in my heart every Shabbat.
We're going to frame our Vishamru with this nigun, this tree nigun that we've been singing actually this whole evening.
written by a colleague of mine, Rabbi Noam Lerman. And I wanted to share their nigun, especially in honor of the fact this is the Shabbat immediately preceding Trans Day of Visibility, and so just raising up music that's written by trans Jewish songwriters in our community is a wonderful thing to do, and to surround this notion of the keeping of Shabbat with it too. So we'll sing the nigun in and out. You'll see what I mean by it. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 Israel et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. איי 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 דם ידה די 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 ידה די 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 איי 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 די דם yada dai dai dai. Ay 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 Please rise. Ay 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 dai dai. Yada dai dai dai. Yada dai dai dai. Ay 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 dai dam. Yada dai dai dai. Ay 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 ay, yada dai dai dai, ay 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 Page 164, yada dai dai dai, ay 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 yada dai dai dai, ay 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 Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Page 166.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasarim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו אישי עפר, מי כמוך בר גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We'll continue now in silent prayer, and when you're done, feel free to be seated.
A nod ahead to Pesach upcoming. B'chol dor vador, chayav adam lirot et atzmo ke'ilu yatsa mitzrayim. B'chol dor vador, חייב האדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים. דור ודור חייב האדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים. Can you picture yourself crossing through and wandering the desert? Can you feel the wind support you as you go? Do you hear the cries of those left behind, still hoping for tomorrow? Do you fear the mountain you still have to climb? בכל דור ודור חייב האדם לראות את עצמו כאילו יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu.
As we continue, we now turn to our prayers of healing, holding close those in our lives and in our community who are in need of strength, comfort, and renewal. I invite you all to share the names of anyone you are holding in your heart, either out loud or silently, so that we can lift them together in our prayer.
Michael Cassidy.
Jane Abramson.
Words for our prayer for healing can be found on page 371. Middle of the page. We'll sing our strength to them. Yisheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Yisheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's very much a pleasure to be able to share the front of the bima with a friend. Shehechianu moment of being able to co-lead prayer together. I wanted to just say a little bit about this week's Torah portion. I'm not going to necessarily offer like a full sermon, a full Devar Torah, but a little bit about Parashat Tzav, which is the second portion in the book of Leviticus. I should note
that this was also my bar mitzvah Torah portion. I did try to find my Devar Torah from age 13, so I could maybe share an excerpt with you all, but I was unsuccessful, unfortunately. So, perhaps in the future I'll come upon it. But I wanted to share a little bit about from my own personal spiritual practice each week of engaging. I engage in deep text study in the weekly Torah portion. It's part of a practice for me that then usually will lead to writing a chant of some kind that's based on or rooted in a connection to the Torah portion of the week. So Tzav is very much all about the sacrificial process. It's very uninteresting to a 13-year-old, perhaps. But I do remember that I spoke a lot about the broader concept of sacrifice at the time, and it is striking to think about how much I've learned since then, and particularly that the word that's used for sacrifice. There's a whole bunch of different words that are used for sacrifice in the Torah, but the generic term korban shares a root with the Hebrew word karov. That means close. That the korban, the sacrifices that they would offer in the temple, in the tabernacle, were their means of, the means by which the Israelites would try to becoming close to holiness, close to God. And so I think about that now in an entirely different light, that what are the things, the actions that we take, the intentions that we set, the words and thoughts and deeds that we offer that are for the purpose of bringing us closer to God, or bringing us closer to holiness, or bringing us closer to and in deeper connection with the people around us. And so I want to focus for a moment on a phrase that shows up in this portion that also connects back to an earlier Torah portion as well. In the very beginning of the Torah portion this week, we find a phrase, and I'm going to make sure I have my correct text in front of me. Yes. Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach lo tichbeh. That there should be a perpetual fire that should be kept burning on the altar, not to go out. People may hear resonances with the Ner Tamid, with the eternal light that we have hanging over our ark in this space that is somewhat symbolic of that. The first time, though, that this eternal flame is mentioned was back in the book of Exodus. And it actually said the first time that one should, it says, you shall further instruct the Israelites to bring you clear oil of beaten olives for lighting, for lehalot ner tamid, to perpetually kindle a light. It's a little bit different, right? That the eternality is actually not modifying the now. It doesn't say that the flame should be eternal, but that the lighting should be eternal. And this is where I came into my study, in my text study this week, that I wanted to share with you all. This beautiful teaching that comes to us from the Sfat Emet. The Sfat Emet was a Hasidic teacher in the mid to late 19th century, Rabbi Yehuda Leib Alter of Ger. And he hones in on this verse, Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach lo tichbeh, that there should be this perpetual fire that is kept burning on the altar, not to go out. And he, as many of these contemplative Hasidic commentators are wont to do, says this is not about what's going on in the tabernacle. This is about what's going on in our own hearts. And he connects it with a verse from the Song of Songs, that many waters cannot extinguish love. And he says that each Jew, I would say each person, has a hidden point within our hearts that is continuously and always set ablaze. That there's a part deep within each of our hearts that is the eternal flame that cannot be put out, but that we have to each continually tend to it. And it's this love, this desire to connect to God, to connect to the people around us, to connect to anything that which is beyond ourselves, that we need to continuously tend to. And so the question becomes, in that, how do we do that? How do we keep the core that's in our hearts that wants to be in deep connection with others, that wants to connect to holiness, that wants to not get caught up in the crazy, messy chaos of life? How do we do that? And the Sfat Emet gives us the answer by pointing to another verse in the Torah that says that the priests would go to, and they would feed the fire. It says, baboker, baboker, like every morning, every morning. The answer, at least as the Sfat Emet is giving us from the Torah portion, is that the way that you have to do it is you can't wait until the storm is raging. You can't wait until the rain's pouring down upon you. You have to continuously work on tending to that flame in you, even when it's like sunshiny and nice outside, so that the fire is there for you when you need it the most. There's a lot of other metaphors for this within Torah. There's like the notion that Noah took 100 years to build the ark. He didn't wait until it actually started raining. That we can't wait to build the support structures for ourselves, or the inner strength that we need. It's something that we need to be doing continuously. And of course, we'll fall off, we'll fall out of practice. And that always then offers us an opportunity to notice and to come back to it and to continue to tend to the flame within. So I wrote a chant practice that was based on this teaching, and I just want to share it with you all briefly as a way of concluding, but perhaps also to kindle that flame within you. Maybe it'll carry you. Maybe you'll think about it as you go into your Shabbat, as you go into your week ahead. I find for myself that after I've written the chant practice, it then serves as a bit of like an earworm and a mnemonic, and it reminds me of the teaching later on, so maybe it'll function that way for you too. And so this is the chant that I wrote. Eish tamid lo tichbe, mayim rabim lo yuchlu lechabot. Eish tamid lo tichbe, mayim rabim lo yuchlu lechabot. With every word and every thought, my love will bring me close to you. With every word and every thought, my love will bring me close to you. Fire burning bright deep within my heart, love that many waters can't put out. Fire burning bright deep within my heart, love that many waters can't put out. Eish tamid lo tichbe, mayim rabim lo yuchlu lechabot. Eish tamid lo tichbe, mayim rabim lo yuchlu lechabot. So a question then to carry you into your Shabbat. Where do you sense that hidden point of warmth, aliveness, or longing in yourself? What does that inner fire feel like to you? Is it steady? Is it flickering, dim, bright, something else? And what helps you to add wood to your inner fire? What are the practices, relationships, or moments that seem to sustain it? And if the distractions from that practice of tending that fire inevitably arise, the Sfat Emet gives us one final point. He says that the distracting, strange thoughts, they are not something to be thought of as external. They are offerings that we can actually put on to the fire itself, that we can put the distracting thoughts onto the altar of our own heart, and that they can be our korbanot, our sacrifices, the thing that draws us even closer to God. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Continuing on page 586, and if you're able, I invite everyone to rise.
Aleinu l'shaveach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל. שכינת עוזו בגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 590. הכתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated for now. No real announcements for now, other than that, as we've mentioned, Pesach is a coming quickly upon us. You can always look on our temple website for announcements about like what things are going on in the community for Pesach, like the community seder that will be coming up, which we'll do toward the end of the holiday, and we hope that many other noises and questions may come from our young ones during our services. It is sacred noise, actually. I really appreciate it so much. And I would note too, I don't actually have it listed here, but we are a community that encourages folks to offer tzedakah, a charity. It's a core value of ours, and in particular, our community often will highlight an organization each month that is we're especially wanting to encourage folks to give their tzedakah to. I don't recall which one is the organization of the month currently, but it's on a sign on the tzedakah box just outside the sanctuary. If you're curious, take a look, and I'm always happy to chat with folks about those kinds of things. And then the only other thing I would mention too is I alluded to the fact that I offered that chant to our Jewish meditation group yesterday evening. The meditation group is going on once a month on the fourth Thursday of the month. If anyone ever has a curiosity about engaging with those folks and in that space, please always feel free to reach out and talk to me about it. Anything that you can think of that I'm forgetting?
We have a celebration coming up for my co-leader of Shabbat this evening. So they're out there. If you haven't seen them, there's some postcards. And I invite everyone to come and celebrate the cantor on, is it Friday the 17th or 18th? 17th and Saturday the 18th. Yep.
Yes. Friday night we'll be highlighting volunteer musicians in the Temple Bethel community. Saturday evening will be a concert with a lot of outside guests, including my own childhood cantor. Flying in. In every Shabbat service, we always take a moment to honor those, to bring into our awareness and into our hearts those who are no longer with us in body, but whose spirit and whose memory continues to be a blessing for us. In particular, we'll bring to mind those who have passed away recently within the last 30 days in this community, and those whose yahrzeit and whose anniversaries of passing we commemorate on this Shabbat. Recent losses that we have sustained in the Temple Bethel community, whom we are remembering tonight, include Karen Malver, sister of Jonathan Kane, sister-in-law of Janet Mertz. We're remembering Jerome Fishbane. We're remembering Alexander Duran, father of Leah Duran, grandfather of Raphael and Simon. We're remembering Alice Levine, mother of Howard Levine and Marcia Vandercook. We're remembering Elaine Burke, sister of Mark Fink. And then just a very recent loss, we're remembering Coralie Blumenfeld, wife of Saul Blumenfeld, mother of Mark Blumenfeld, Michael Blumenfeld, Ruth Blumenfeld, and Amy Bogust. There was going to be information coming out soon about a funeral for Coralie. There were still some details that needed to be finalized, but I did want to mention that the family is engaging in the practice of Shmirah, where people will be invited to and asked to take shifts sitting with Coralie between now and her time being brought to her final resting place. I believe that there's information about it on the temple website. I believe that an email has gone out to folks who have done it previously. Once the funeral is finalized, an email will go out to the whole congregation with information about that as well. So just keep an eye out. To their names, we link the names of all of those that we've known and lost, and particularly, again, those whose Yahrzeit we commemorate on this Shabbat. If I call the name of your loved one, you're invited to rise in their honor, and then we'll rise as one community and recite the Mourner's Kaddish, which is on page 598. This evening, we commemorate the Yahrzeit and the anniversaries of passing for Aaron Cohen, Marv Connie, Lester Davis, Tinny Epstein, Irving Israel Folberg, Bobby Frank, Donald Gorin, Donald S. Greenbaum, Rogine S. Halpop, Marcy Helfand, Kenneth R. Kaplan, Gladys D. Kaufman, Gary Kaufman, Esther Klinger, Zelda Cutler, Molly Lateman, Bella Laser, Carmela Miller, Harry Miller, Alan Orenstein, Elizabeth Peidelstein, Toby Ida Raff, Diana Renner, Lucille Rosefelt, Zelma Schloss, Irvin Schwartz, Ethel Syker, Sarah Silverman, Sari Lynn Smith, Melvin Sweet, and Charlotte Sweet. If there's anyone else here in this space who's remembering someone this evening, I invite you to rise and share their name.
Michael Schwartz.
Knowing that there are those who no longer have anyone to rise and say Kaddish for them, and as a way of supporting the members of our community who are remembering a loved one, we rise as one community. On page 598, we'll recite the Mourner's Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma di'verach yiruteich ve'amlich malchuteich, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ul'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei tekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imronav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and together we say amen. Be seated. To move toward conclusion, we'll sing just a little bit of that text from the Seder that I was singing earlier on. It's actually also in the Siddur on page 665. These words, Bechol dor vador chayav adam lirot et atzmo ke'ilu hu yatsa mitzrayim. In every generation, we are each to look at ourselves as if we ourselves came out of Egypt, as if we ourselves came out of the narrow place, so that we can work to bring others out of the narrow place as well. B'chol dor vador chayav adam lirot et atzmo יצא ממצרים. בכל דור ודור חייב אדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים. בכל דור ודור חייב אדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים. יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים, יצא ממצרים. In a moment, we'll be joining each other for Oneg Shabbat, for the joy of Shabbat in the form of food in the community court. Before we do, though, we'll say Kiddush and Motzi together, something that Rabbi Prosnit will often like to do, since Kiddush is really about leading to Oneg, to joy, is that if anyone has had something particularly joyful happen recently to offer, if anyone wants to share. So has anyone had something joyful happen recently? Yes.
I got done with all my finals.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
I purchased my wedding dress.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Shah Tova, wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, what was that?
I wrote a book and it just is online.
Wrote a book and it's online.
Mazel.
Oh, mazel tov. Yes.
I have 3 granddaughters with me tonight.
We got 3 of them tonight. 3 granddaughters. Oh my gosh.
well, I certainly can't top any of those, but it's been a true honor to join you tonight, Cantor, and to have everyone here for Shabbat. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, the Kiddush cup there.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you're good. Here, I
Oh.
I was going to grab the Kiddush cup.
Oh.
Kiddush is on page 123. We'll join together.
Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvot v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron lemasei v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh Zecher litziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta Ve'otanu kidashta Mikol amim Ve'shabbat kodshecha Be'ava uvratzon Inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim. And if you want to grab the challah that's over there,
That I can do.
uncover it. And we can say Motzi together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Say hi to someone maybe that you haven't met before and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And we'll continue out with Oneg in the community courts.